2019 Miss Black Georgia USA. A little bit about me, I was born in Valdosta, Georgia, down in South Georgia, so shout out to my family there. And then later on we moved to Fayetteville, Georgia, and that's where I was raised. I attended Sandy Creek High School in Tyrone, Georgia, go Patriots. And then I attended Mississippi State University, home of the Bulldogs, Hail State. So I got my bachelor's of business administration from there in marketing, and then now I am a college recruiter. So that's a little bit about me. Favorite color is orange. I like to sing, of course I like pageants, and I'm a pretty chill person. So if you don't remember anything else, remember that I'm chill. The Miss Black Georgia USA pageant is a pageantry for African American women. It's basically a way for us to display like our unique talents, and it also promotes women empowerment. It's hosted in Albany, Georgia, and it has directors. Basically how it works is that you can be a city queen. So I was Miss Fayetteville because I was from Fayetteville, Georgia, and then I competed in the Miss Black Georgia USA pageant in Albany. And basically that pageant leads to the Miss Black USA pageant, which is in August, the national pageant. So it's a huge pageantry system for African American women. The platform that I stand on as Miss Black Georgia USA is Crossing to College. I am a college admissions counselor and I graduated from Mississippi State University, so getting a college education is very important to me. I think it's very important for African American children specifically because sometimes the system can be rigged against them. So my whole platform is about making sure they're financially ready, academically ready, and mentally ready for college. Not that we just want them to get to college, but we want them to stay and graduate and get their degree. So Crossing to College is my platform. So my motto, free to be me, basically means what it says. It's just free to be myself, and for anybody, not just a woman or a man, free to be who they are and to love themselves. I don't typically fit like the typical pageant type mold that people think. I'm not super girly, I'm not super like perky, but that is a good thing because pageantry should be what you make it. And honestly, you can apply that to your entire life. It is what you make it. So free to be me is basically just to own who you are and be proud of it. I got involved with Miss Black Georgia. I met Miss Black Mississippi my sophomore year of college. I was Miss Black and Gold on my campus, and she actually came to the pageant, and I asked her like, hey, Miss Black Mississippi, what is that? And she told me about the Miss Black USA pageant system. So I knew I wanted to compete, but rather than representing Mississippi, it's a great state, but it's nothing like Georgia. I was born and raised here. I basically just waited until I could get back to Georgia, and I just moved here after I graduated. So that's kind of how I heard about the Miss Black USA pageant system. The previous titles that I've held, all of them are Miss Black and Gold. So basically I was Miss Black and Gold of the Kappa Beta chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. That's at Mississippi State University. And then I went on to compete in the state pageant for the state of Mississippi, and I won that. So I became the District of Mississippi Miss Black and Gold. And then I went and competed in the regional pageant, which is basically all the southern states, and I got first runner-up. So about 3 titles, and then Miss Fayetteville, of course, and then now Miss Black Georgia USA. Yes, my mom was a pageant queen. My mom influences me in so many ways. I'm literally like her mini-me, just, you know, a little quieter. But she attended Fort Valley State University, and she was Miss Fort Valley State University her junior year of college. And even before that, she did tons of pageants while she was in high school. I kind of took a different path. I realized that pageants, though they're a great way to like show your talents, I also learned that it's a great way to get scholarship money. And I was like, hey, I can sing a little, I can smile a little bit, let me give it a shot. So definitely, she had a huge influence on me. We just kind of took a different pathway to get to where I am now. But my mom is great. You guys would love her. You know, take her out to lunch one day. She'll amaze you. I think the hardest part about competing in pageants is just taking the first step to compete in them. I do believe that people think that there's like a typical mold you have to be to compete in pageants. And I think we sometimes get into our head, like maybe I'm not small enough, maybe I'm not pretty enough. Like, you know, you start kind of doubting yourself. But that's the good thing about having this pageantry system, specifically for African American women, because all of our queens across the country, there are different shapes, different sizes, different shades, different talents. So this is a great way to just, you know, not fit the typical mold and be who you want to be. So definitely the hardest part is just getting out of your head and taking that first step. Outside of pageants, for fun, oh man, what is fun? No, I'm playing. I like to sing. I like to listen to YouTube videos. I like to watch YouTube videos. I even have like a mini YouTube channel. It's not popping yet, but definitely search Chasten McCrary. You might, see something you like. I definitely like to hang out with my friends and family. That's probably like the most fun I have. My family is hilarious, and then all of my friends, they are really supportive. So whether it's like going to a movie or like chilling at somebody's house, like that's the way I like to have fun. And I'm like an outdoorsy type person too, so anything like rock climbing, hiking, I like all of those type of things. One fun fact about me that no one knows, or maybe like you won't know just looking at me unless you look hard, I'm double jointed in both of my arms. So I don't know if you can see, but like, yeah. And it's kind of weird. People used to like pick on me in elementary school when I would like raise my hand and it would kind of just like fling out. But I'm double jointed, but I mean, that I own it. Like, I mean, it's a cool thing. It's fun, and it makes me who I am, so. Next for Miss Black Georgia USA is the National Miss Black USA pageant. It's going to be held this August in Washington, D.C. So basically it's going to have all the title queens and all the state queens coming to compete for the national title. I'm definitely preparing for that. I'm working out, eating healthy, doing my talent, doing interviews. So that's pretty much what's next. If anybody would like to help in the process of getting to DC, we have different ways that you can donate. Any donation is definitely appreciated. You can do a high five, and that's like a $5 bill, and I would definitely take that. So all of that information can be found on our Instagram page, Miss Black Georgia, and then also we have a Cash App and GoFundMe. But that's definitely what's next. I'm excited, and I'm really ready to bring the crown to Georgia. We've never had a Miss Black USA from Georgia, and Georgia's the best state, so I'm ready to just bring it on right back here. Advice I would give to young girls who kind of face low self-esteem issues, I think you really have to turn to God first. I feel like you have to realize that He'll always love you, and He made you perfectly just how you are. Once you have a sense of who you are and you know who you are to Him, it naturally will just flow in. So definitely, if you don't know really how to start that, like you can always go to different church services. You can also just start reading the Bible, and there's different passages you can look up for about self-esteem. And then also just own yourself. Like, don't try to fit into anything that's not you. If you don't like to do that and everybody else is doing it, don't do it. Like, it's simple as that. Do things that make you happy, and eventually it'll naturally just start to come. So Resolution 155 was a resolution that I received from the different representatives from the House of Representatives at the state capitol, specifically Representative Park Cannon. She was the one who kind of spearheaded it. And basically the resolution just kind of acclaims Miss Black Georgia and myself as good representatives of the state. And I think that's pretty cool. It's something small. It's in the history books, so it's like a whole nice resolution that'll be there forever. So I think it's really cool to have African-American woman and African-American woman-like system in the history books, especially because at one point people like us, or people like myself, African American women and men, weren't allowed to come into the Capitol, you know? We were banned to do things like that. Our ancestors weren't welcome. So I just think that shows how much of progression we're making, but also it's a reminder that we're still not where we need to be. So to just keep pushing. Hi, this is Chasten McCrary, Miss Black Georgia USA 2019. If you want to keep up with my reign and everything that has to do with my platform, be sure to follow me on Instagram at Miss Black Georgia, and that's with a G and an A. And yeah, thanks you guys for watching.